Hey guys, what's up? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to another episode of Black Ops 3. So, today's game, guys, is actually going to be two games of domination combined into one. It's going to be the first half of this game here on Fringe using the KN-44, and then it is going to be the second half of a game on Infection. So, the reason why I'm kind of mashing two domination games into one is because the first half of this Fringe game is probably the best first half I have ever gotten in a domination game. And the game on Infection that you'll see later on was probably the best second half I've ever gotten. So I'm kind of taking two halves, combining them together to create like one game. And I think you guys are going to see like 120 kills this video. So I go 49-2 in the first half of this domination game, which if I would have kept that pace going, that would have been a 98 kill domination, which would have been my record. That would have shattered my previous record. And that would have been pretty awesome. Unfortunately, everybody backed out after the end of the first round because it was kind of a slaughter. So you guys will just enjoy it here for the first half, and then we'll switch over to another game. As you can see, I'm smacking them. So, and it doesn't end. I'm just going to go in with the Purifier in a second here. So it was a hell of a start to this game. Couldn't have asked for a better start. But anyway, guys, today's video, I want to talk about the Super Bowl a little bit. I know I'm a little bit late on this since the Super Bowl was a few days ago. I didn't get a chance to make a Black Ops video until today because of school, and I have to, make videos for my main channel first. So we're going to do a little bit of a review of the Super Bowl, talk about it for just a few minutes, and I will give my final thoughts on the final game for the 2015-2016 NFL season. So, obviously, guys, the Broncos beat the Panthers, which I personally thought was a little bit of a surprise. I was fully expecting the Panthers to win that game, and you got to give mad respect to the Broncos because their defense is just nasty. I mean, I can respect a good defense in the NFL because it's not easy to have a good defense, especially in football, because of the fact that these offenses are becoming so good nowadays, and all the penalties and stuff like that really cater towards the offense, like pass interference and things like that. So really impressive what the Broncos defense was able to do against one of the best offenses in the league, that being the Panthers offense. And yeah, so that was a surprise, to be honest, to see the Broncos win that game. I'm really happy for Peyton Manning that he was able to win one more Super Bowl in his final game as a pro, and I'm just going to assume that that's going to be his final game because I just don't see him coming back next year. He clearly showed in that game on national television that he's old and he's not really the player he used to be, and he's done. I think he's done. He should announce his retirement like probably within the next couple of days. That's at least what I would expect. So, talking about the game itself, I think it was kind of a boring game. For most people, I think most people kind of agreed it was pretty boring. It wasn't really that high scoring of a game, but for me personally, I thought it was a pretty decent game. I like defense a lot in football. I'm a Jets fan. The Jets have a pretty good defense. They've always had a pretty good defense. So I can appreciate defense. I really like watching it. And I was just extremely impressed in what Von Miller and the boys did. Man, he was playing on fire that game. That was a well-deserved Super Bowl MVP, but it was a good game overall. I think it was enjoyable to watch. I think people are overreacting on this Cam Newton press conference thing after the game. If you guys follow football, I'm sure you've heard that Cam Newton, he didn't really answer his questions in the press conference or something like that, or he left early. And I don't really have a problem with it. I know a lot of people freak out because for some reason, the media loves to bash Cam Newton for some reason. And I don't really have a problem with it. But before I continue this statement, that's the end of that first round. That went super fast, 49-2. As you can see, nobody else on the lobby had more than 10 kills, so that was a little lopsided there. But here's the second half, and this is going to be a game on Infection. This is actually the most kills I've ever gotten in one side. I actually get 70 kills in one half of this game. The first, as you can see, we're losing right now, 65-101. We had a tough start to this game. I was playing with just Tyler and myself. I think I went 15-8 at the end of the first half, which is not very good, but I pulled it together in the second half and put together quite a little performance here. Finished with 85 kills. It was actually my record, so you guys are going to enjoy the second half of this game. But anyway, continuing on to what I wanted to say about the Super Bowl. I think the Cam Newton press conference thing was really overblown. I personally like Cam Newton as a player. I'm an Oregon fan in college football, so he did beat Oregon in the national championship game back in 2011, which was really unfortunate. But overall, I mean, I can't hate on Cam Newton. I like him as a player. I think he's entertaining to watch. So the fact that the media is kind of freaking out about him leaving the press conference early, he was just being honest. if I would have just lost a Super Bowl after having the season that he had, he won the MVP. His team went 15-1. If they would have won that game, they would have finished 18-1. That would have been like one of the best records in the history of the league. They just missed out on like some incredible history, and I would have been pissed off too. I wouldn't have wanted to answer any questions to like random people in the media that are fishing for like a response. The thing about the media is it's like they overblow everything and blow everything out of proportion, and I don't blame Cam Newton in the slightest for walking off that stage. I really don't. So that's just my opinions on it, and that's kind of like it for in terms of like the game that I wanted to talk about. We'll go into the commercials here for just a little bit. The commercials I thought were pretty bad this year. There were a couple of really good ones, but most of them were kind of eh. There was that one like terrifying one with like a monkey baby or something. Oh god, I don't even want to talk about that. That was just disturbing, but that really did not set the mood for the commercials after that. But there was one commercial that I liked a lot, and that was the Pokemon 20th year anniversary commercial. That was really awesome. I had actually already seen it before the game because it was like all over like YouTube and things like that. So I've already seen it, but it was cool seeing it on the big screen and on national television. It's kind of crazy how Pokemon's almost at their 20th-year anniversary. That's pretty crazy, but that was probably my favorite commercial of the night since I love Pokemon, as you guys know. So that one was cool. Other than that, I can't really think of any eventful commercials. Most of them were pretty bad, in my opinion. So I felt that last year's commercials and previous years were definitely much better. So I don't know, maybe they're losing creativity or something like that. They got to hire more creative people at these advertisement firms. But anyway, that's about it for what I wanted to talk about for the Super Bowl. As you can see right here, I'm just jumping in the air like a freaking Jedi right now. I'm just smacking them. This was an amazing second half. Like nothing could go wrong for me. And obviously, pretty much all the gameplays I upload on this channel are going to be games where, things go my way or I wouldn't upload it, you know what I mean? So, anyway, I want to, for the last few minutes of this video, I want to talk about some of the remaining things that are going to be coming to my second channel in the coming weeks and months. So, as you guys know, along with, like, the regular Call of Duty commentaries like this one, I am doing the Nuked Out Challenge, and thank you guys for the support on that first episode here on the second channel. You guys seem to like how I added my face cam to it, and I thought I did a really good job with that thumbnail. That took me a while to make that, and I thought it turned out pretty good. So, the Nuked Out Challenge, in case you guys haven't seen that video, it's basically where I have to go 30-0 in a free-for-all and get a nuclear medal. So it's pretty hard. It's really hard, and I'm gonna try to just do like a little series of playing a couple of free-for-alls per video and see if I can complete it. I came relatively close in the first 2 episodes, but not like as close as I would like, so it's going to definitely take some practice and some time, and that's going to be a little mini-series here on the second channel that you guys can watch for Call of Duty. So, along with that series, there is something very exciting coming out next month, and that is March 4th, I believe. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD is being released for the Nintendo Wii U. So, I don't have a Wii U currently, I have to buy one. But I'm probably going to get like the Mario Kart 8 bundle with it because I kind of want to play Mario Kart and it'll give me an excuse to get it. So I'm going to be doing that and playing Legend of Zelda. I'm probably going to be live streaming the game, but I will probably also be doing a playthrough on my second channel, permitting that Nintendo actually allows you like that to happen. Because in case you guys didn't know, Nintendo, they're really strict on their policies as to what games you can upload. Like they put copyright strikes on like pretty much everything, which I think is absolutely absurd, considering the fact that games like Minecraft, the only reason they're popular is because of YouTube. Like, I don't understand why developers like Nintendo don't understand that. Their games would be more popular if they let YouTubers play them, because more people would watch those YouTubers would be, willing to play those games. But, hey, I'm not, the head of, marketing at Nintendo, so, what do I know? But I'm not sure if they're actually going to like let people upload the new Zelda game on YouTube, but if they do, then I'll definitely be doing a playthrough on that, because Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was my favorite game ever, and I was just so excited to find out they were re-releasing it. I've talked about this on CLD, I've talked about this on my second channel before, but as you can see, guys, I'm pretty excited for it. This is probably like the most hyped I've been for a game since like maybe Skyrim, so and Skyrim fit the bill, obviously. That's part of my favorite games as well. And you guys have, of course, seen the Skyrim playthrough here on the second channel. So, as you guys like tend to see, I usually like to play some of my favorite games on my second channel. So, Skyrim, it's going to be Zelda, obviously Pokemon. I played a couple of playthroughs of that. And I like Call of Duty. I really like Black Ops 3. This is like one of my favorite Call of Duties. Really like this game a lot. And that's kind of like the games I like to play on my second channel. Just games I really love to play. So, Again, we're coming pretty close to the end of this game. A little bit more time left. I'm still racking up the kills. Like, it's not over yet, boys. I'm still going in. Apparently, they added new weapons to this game. They added, like, a sword, a new assault rifle called the XM Grand, and you can get them out of the supply drops. Oh, my gosh. I really want some of that stuff. That sword looks pretty sweet, and Steven and Tyler both already got the sword, so I'm a little jealous. So I might have to open some supply drops or something like that to get that sword, but... that's going to do it for this game, guys. Thank you very much for watching. In the first half on Fringe, I went 49-2. Second half here on Infection, I went 70-4 and finished the game overall 85-12, which is actually my kills record. So thank you guys for watching. It's been Dan Lags. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.